Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All Educational Videos and Tutorials. In today's video we are going to learn how and when you can use GameMaker GML Visual Drag and Drop block, which is called Set Direction Random. This block is one of the movement blocks, and you use it, as its name says, to define a direction in which your object will move, but that direction will be random. So it is randomly chosen by GameMaker, and you will use it in some specific game features, like enemies, for example, which you want to wander around, roam in some random ways, in random directions. Maybe for some bullets, when you have a weapon which fires the bullets, and those bullets go in all different directions and so on. So I think this code block can be handy, it can be useful, but again you can do it also by yourself using different blocks or by code manually, so that can be a problem if you start to depend a lot on those pre-made blocks by GameMaker, and then later you don't know how to define the blocks and the features, the mechanics yourself by some basic blocks yourself. Okay, so let's go to our game. So for example, if we in previous videos we had some kind of red triangle which moved to the right to our object player with the white square, and we added some friction to it. But for example, for our game now, game designer says, okay, I want more of enemies and I want them to start moving in a random direction. So the easiest way to do that, we will use the same object just for testing purposes. And the easiest way should be to first of all disable the left click to select the block, and then right click and pick disable to disable the stuff you don't need. And we need to try to find the movement blocks. Here they are. I will zoom them and try to find this one here which says set direction random. Set direction random, here it is. I will click and drag it to coding window, and we can see that we have some kind of arrows in it, and they by default they are not highlighted. So if I start the game again to test what will happen with the default option, nothing happens. Why? Because we have disabled the gravity and gravity force. Okay, so maybe I need gravity force to enable it, but without gravity direction, to check if this will work now. And I think it won't work, because now I will have gravity. Yeah, I have the gravity pulling me down, which is because of this set gravity force, and this one is not selected, so nothing happens. Let me select, for example, a couple of those to see if something happens now. Same thing, my object, my enemy goes down because its gravity force is pulling him down. So let me disable it again and think about what I need. Okay, I have set direction random, and I have just tested that that doesn't have any connection to gravity, so it must be connected to speed. So let's find some kind of set speed. Yeah. So I will click and drag this set speed, because in my level it's not enough only to set direction, I need to set speed for it. So now when I have directions like this, 4 of those selected, highlighted, you just click on them to highlight them, and then after that I say okay, go in that direction with the speed of, for example, 3. Let me see what happens now. I think it should work now as it's supposed to. Yeah, it goes northwest, it went here. So let me try that couple of times to see if it's random. Yeah, it goes now southwest this way. So to pick what directions you need in your game for your objects to pick randomly, you need to select them here. So if you want all of them selected here, click on all of them. If you want only, for example, this one here, select that one only. Or for example, if you want your object to be able to go left and right, only pick 2 of those, left and right. For my game, for example, this should be some kind of enemy which could go anyway, so I will select all of those. Yeah, so I will select all of those, and I will add more of those enemies to see if all of them will behave randomly, go in all different directions. So zoom out, zoom in a little bit, couple of times. Yeah, so open my level, click on my assets browser, and click and drag obj spike bottom, I think. No, obj spike left, sorry, in my case obj spike left. So I will try to make here some kind of crazy bunch of those. Just imagine they are some kind of zombies or villains, enemies spawned on the screen, and they are, or for example, this could be like asteroid belt, or some kind of enemy, and you shoot on it and it explodes. Yeah, so you can use it, for example, for that, to make some kind of explosion simulations, like when some object is destroyed, an explosion happens, it is destroyed into smaller pieces which fly around in all directions randomly. Yeah, you see how that happened. Let me just slow, maybe to see it better, to slow speed to maybe 2 or 1.5, and we will finish this here. So this is a very simple drag and drop block. Yeah, this looks cool. So, but you can see how it's effective, fast, but you also see how you have to use it in this case with set speed instead of gravity. So if I use gravity, and I need gravity force and gravity direction, not direction without gravity. So if I use direction, I will need speed. So speed and direction blocks, and different scenario is gravity and gravity direction. So think about that in terms of be careful not to mix those gravity and speed. They are different, and that's again what I was talking a few moments ago when I said if you become very dependent on these blocks which are pre-made from GameMaker, even for some simple stuff like gravity, speed and stuff like that, which are, by the way, very useful for fast prototyping and making games fast, but on the other side you will then be very slow, or in problem when you try to code a complex game or a more unique game with your unique mechanics and features, because you will get stuck and blocked by your knowledge, the lesser knowledge and understanding of how coding works, because you will always be dependent on these blocks. Okay, I have this, can I use that? No. Okay, then I'm finished. I cannot make it on my own. So that's the problem with it. And again, it's a part of the process, and it's not a problem if you use it sometimes or when you're a beginner, or to make things faster, but just try to improve yourself on the long term and learn as much as possible and progress from this drag and drop block style of coding to original or more advanced raw type of coding, where you code by typing the words in code editor itself. And we will learn that, I hope so, in future. Until that, thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and bye for now.